So much more than an average coffee morning, and in reality just one of the 16 consistent offerings to their beneficiaries. Coffee Connect at Reuben's Retreat is a valuable monthly opportunity for parents of complexly poorly children to gather in the safest of spaces. We exchange advice and experiences. We share more than just the magnificent spread of donated baked goods. We're served an endless supply of hot drinks, which for some can make a refreshing change to be waited on, instead of the ones doing all the graft. In truth, it is often just an opportunity to breathe and relax. The warmth and understanding around the table is real, but one particular Friday morning really stood out for a different reason. Another phase of this incredible renovation project had recently ended, and we were offered a tour around the site. The mammoth task of stripping out the largest part of the building was essential in order to properly assess the practicalities and finalise the major plans. Now exposed and cleared of its previous identity as an abandoned hospital, it was deemed safe to venture beyond those mysterious double doors. Being inside the current new wing and its incredible high specification finish, then stepping into a shell of a building, it was genuinely exciting to contemplate the potential of this vast space. Walking these empty rooms with other parents was significant. These are the families that would directly benefit from the facilities being described. We're all so emotionally invested in this charity, and to see the sheer scale for the first time had impact on us all. We listened in awe as the team described the vision. Not one, not two, but at least 4 self-contained apartments for short stays. Intricate details, thoughtful touches, creative reading nooks, and a strategically placed feature chandelier, a far cry from the depressingly functional hospital accommodations burnt into our minds. You could sense the excitement. The difference these opportunities would make felt deeply by each of us while wandering the dusty corridors. The gasps as we were introduced to the incredible original features they'd discovered during the stripping process. Fireplaces and vintage wallpaper revealed the lost history of this fascinating building. The most stunning stained glass windows filled cold rooms with splendidly colourful light. It was difficult not to picture your family enjoying these spaces, admiring those views of the park, and making those crucial memories. Then came the real gasp. The overall estimated cost of the current plans, in the region of 3.5 million, needs to be raised and banked before any more work can begin. An undeniably mind-blowing figure. The excitement and the laughter in the group fell silent momentarily. The harsh reality is there is a reason we are in the arms of Reuben's Retreat. None of us truly know if our children will have the opportunity to see this reach completion. The term is life-limiting diagnosis for a reason. That gargantuan number suddenly felt daunting. Fear not. It wasn't long before we did what we do best, and we brought ourselves back to the positives. Having enjoyed the level of finish achieved in the last phase, other parents in the room remember standing in that part of the building in a similar state, when the hydro pool was just an old bathtub sat in the corner of a building site. They reminisced about how far the work has come already, and appreciation of the hard work to get this far was acknowledged. Alongside that was a common gratitude for Nick and her team's steadfast determination to date to make this dream a reality. I often share photos of my children at Reuben's Retreat's wonderful events and activities across my social media. When I mention fundraising, it's usually focused on this side of their spending. The day-to-day running, the constant stream of support they offer. Driving home that day, I was overwhelmed with the urge to shout from the rooftops about this adjacent side to their budget needs. The bigger picture, the project as a whole, the enormity of the task they have undertaken. When rainbows regularly appear over this extraordinary Victorian building, set in a quiet park with views of the Derbyshire Hills in the distance, those rainbows encourage Reuben's mummy to continue on the right path. I have no doubt at times it is overwhelming. It is a potentially crazy enterprise. But each of those families I meet for coffee once a month, each of those families I have the pleasure of meeting at seasonal events, they don't give up either. Those families have been dealt a heartbreakingly difficult hand, and the thought of them having access to high-spec adapted respite facilities, a home from home but as luxury as a top hotel, the type others often take for granted, yet safer for the needs of their children, That is what drives Reuben's champions to find that money and to make it happen. And for that, we are all truly grateful.